Now we're going to take a look at Tattooed Lady, which is from the 1973 album Tattoo. When the song kicks in, the first guitar we hear is basically an jingle-jangly acoustic. So I'm just going to show you the chords on the electric guitar. I've got my guitar turned right down, so it's kind of a nice clean sound. We've got three chords: E minor, C major, D major. The vibe is, at the beginning, very strummy, just a rhythm. Does this. 3, 4. So it is what it is. It's very simple. E minor, second fret on the A and the D, to a C major, basic C major shape. I'm creating a little bit of movement with the C major. You can put this D note on the third fret of the B string there, so you can do a little movement. It's quite nice. And this D major chord, we can suspend it. We can lift off our second finger on the top string. You get a nice little... So you put those on the E minor chord. I'm putting a little movement just with that G on the E string on the third fret, which is what happens on the track. There's either the keyboard or the acoustic guitar is doing a little movement within that E minor chord. So if you put those three little kind of colours to the chord, if you put them together, it sounds like this. The B section of the song has a more distorted guitar, and it does this. I've got the bridge pickup working. Normally Rory uses the out of phase sound quite a lot, but for this track it just seems to be the bridge pickup, either on his telly or his Strat. But it's doing this. So, the first chord is an A to an A6. So I'm just bowing the second fret on the D, the G and the B string, usual thing, open A string, and with our third finger we're going on and off to the fourth fret of the D. And it's very vibey with this hand, a lot of that. Take that shape down to an E power chord, which is the bottom three strings, and do exactly the same thing, so third fret on and off the A string on the fourth fret. So two power chords, we've got the C sharp there, down to the B. Put it all together, we get. You notice a little movement in there, I took it up to the... which is what happens on the track. Same again, repeats. So the C sharp down to the B again. Then we got the down section. We go to an A major chord in this position. I've checked him out live. This is how he plays it. So, I mean, if you can imagine a bar chord like that, Rory holds that type of chord as I do. It's a lot easier with the thumb over. So really, you're just getting rid of one string, the fifth string. So if you're holding the fifth fret on the E with your thumb, and the top of the chord is with the rest of the fingers, which is obviously the 7th fret on the D, 6th fret on the G, 5th fret on the B and the E. it just sounds nicer for some reason than, it just sounds more concise. Don't hit it full on, just try and bring the volume down in terms of your attack, because you want it to kind of be clean and sweet sounding. There's the A major chord to a C sharp minor chord. Bar the 4th fret on all 4 strings, and then with your 3rd finger and little finger, you've got the 6th fret on the D and the G, and the E note there on the 5th fret of the B. So we get. And this chord is a G sharp minor. Again, it's thumb over for the root. You don't have to do it. You can play it just as easily like this. Out of habit, I do that. It just feels easier. So that's basically a bar across all 6 strings, and then you want to hold with your 3rd finger and your little finger the 6th fret on the A and the D. So we put this together, we get. So that's a basic bar, basic power chord as a B chord. What's nice about this is you can hold this power chord on the 2nd fret on the A, 4th fret on the D, 4th fret on the G, and you can ring the open B as well, because it's a B chord. It's a B5. From the top, 3, 4. Then there's a nice little, over that B chord, there's a nice little phrase he does up here, does this. Which is really nice. It starts on the G string, we've got 8, 9 on the G, up to the 7th fret on the B, and then a nice bend, 10th fret up to the 12, back down to the 10 again. So you get. If I put that in context with the chords, coming out of that is the other lick over the B chord, which is the G and the E string on the 9th fret up to the 11th fret. Then we're back into the verse. This time, you know, the strumming thing has gone into the background a bit, and we're sort of full on with a bit of vibe on the distorted guitar. It's the same chords, E minor, C, D, but Rory's playing it more as a sort of a power chord thing, doing this. 3, 4. So let's just take a look at the vibe on that more distorted verse. If you can see the chords, basically we're playing the bottom part of each chord. There's the E minor chord, which is 7th fret position, 3rd finger on the 9th fret of the D and the G, and then you've got the 8th fret on the B, down to a C major power chord, up to a D major power chord. And all you're really doing is highlighting the bottom part of the chord, but it's more this hand, the rhythm. It's that which gives it the vibe. And you can create that little movement as we did down the bottom there. So there's the on and off for your little finger. It's like a C5 to a C6. It's on the D string going from the 5th fret to the 7th fret. And there's that little movement. Little finger onto the 10th fret while you're holding the chord. Now, I'm just highlighting that, but it's not played, it's sort of felt. It's a feel thing. You just want to, you don't want to accent that little movement, but it sounds like this. If I go from the C. So it's sort of there, but you're not really accenting it. So let's just all around again, just from the top. Try and get that. Try and play along with me. Try and do this bouncing. It's a bouncing thing. I've got a lot of palm muting going on, and especially you have to mute the E string when you're going down to this C shape to the D shape. I'm really muting it with my first finger. The E is gone because as I hold that root note on the C on the A string, I'm bringing my finger across to mute the E string as well. Plus I'm palm muting as well. But it's the bounce. We're after that bounce. Just try playing along with me. 3, 4. So obviously you can mix it up. I use the open low chords as well, just to chuck it in there. They're the basic two parts, the A section and the B section of the song.